This is everything you need to know to get you started using power sanders. My name is Mark, and I'm going to take you through the most common types of power sanders and when and how to use them. So let's jump into it. When it comes to power sanders, there are two main types, including a belt sander and an orbital sander. However, an orbital sander has a variety of sizes and shapes. So let's start with a belt sander. Belt sanders are commonly used for sanding very rough surfaces or surfaces that actually need leveling or shaping. They're perfect for jobs like taking the top layer off an old hardwood floor, particularly where the joins in the wood might be creating some uneven surface. They're great at removing large amounts of materials. They're only really used on flat surfaces. An orbital sander is used for a variety of sanding and smoothing needs. The base comes in all different shapes and sizes, but it's called an orbital sander when the pad performs a circular motion. This means it will smooth the surface without leaving any marks. Some have a circular base like this one that will help remove larger amounts of materials, and others have a pointed tip like this one that will help you get into tight corners. Because this orbital sander has a pointed tip, it's often referred to as a detail sander. You also have the choice between battery operated and corded sanders. The best thing about the corded sanders is that they offer continuous power supply, so they're great for larger projects. These days, battery operated power tools are capable of holding a lot more power. They're lightweight, more portable, making them more convenient. Before you begin sanding, you'll need to choose the right sanding pad or belt for the job. Usually you start with a pad that has a coarser grit, such as a 40, 60 or 80. This will help remove the majority of the scuffs and finishes. Then work up to a belt with a finer grit, such as a 180, to finish a project. To insert the belt into the sander, release the lever, usually found on the side of the sander, and slide it into the wheels. Press the lever closed to secure. For the other types of sanders, usually the pads have a hook and loop back and simply stick onto the sander like this. When you're ready to change grit, simply peel it off and attach the next one. To use a belt sander, first we need to locate the tracking knob so the belt runs properly. To locate the tracking knob of the belt sander, turn over the belt sander so the front handle is resting on the table. Once you've located the knob, you need to check the belt first to determine the direction the belt needs to be tracked. So once everything's in place, you need to turn the belt sander on and see which direction the belt needs to be tracked. After that, it's just as simple as moving the sander in the grain of the wood. Turn the sander on, let it run for a few seconds to get it up to speed. Starting with the rear of the sander, gently ease the belt into the wood. Just making long even strokes along the wood grain. Apply a steady pressure to the sander, but avoid pressing down too firmly as this could gouge the board. Frequently check your work as you sand. For the other sanders, switch it on and let it come to full speed. Then set it on the surface to be sanded. Move it in the direction of the grain, exerting gentle pressure on the tool. Keep the base of the sander flush to the surface being sanded at all times to avoid creating undulations in the surface. Just remember that when using any type of power sander, it's safest to put on safety goggles, ear protection, and wear a dust mask. These precautions protect you from the wood dust that accumulates in the air as you sand. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this gives you a basic 101 on how and when to use power sanders.